This is Samjhana Moon, visionary photographer at goddessportraiture.co.uk. This is my autumn newsletter in audio form. Main feature is welcoming the spirit of autumn and finding our inner power. The autumn season, when nature puts on her final spectacular display of the year, is a wonderful time for reflection, contemplation, and finding a source of inner power. The trees bloom a radiant burst of warm colours. Yellow golds, russet browns, and crimson reds fill the landscape with magnificent depth. Embrace this time of colour, of warmth, of creativity, this time of giving back to the earth and drawing the fire within. Do you feel a sense of sadness now that the summer season is coming to an end? I have battled with this myself over the years, but resisting the natural flow of things has only ever made life difficult for me. I grew up in London, and in my 20s, I left the country on an adventure around the world and avoided the great British winter for over 7 years. When I returned home with a new worldly perspective, I began to understand the importance of journeying within. I learned to see the benefits of letting go of the summer. My winter journey. That inner journey empowered me, it inspired me, and it helped me to move forward into the next phase with confidence and with wisdom. So why would we resist the natural flow when we can ride the waves and dive into our inner world, where ideas are born, where lessons are learned, where breakthroughs are made, and where wisdom is found? Why? Because perhaps we were conditioned to feel this way, to act this way. Perhaps we have been forced to forget our inner source of power and wisdom. If you would like to remember, then listen on. So what is really going on? The Autumn Equinox is a pivotal point between the longest day and the shortest day of the year, with the same amount of daylight as darkness. It's now that the sun enters the astrological sign of Libra, bringing us balance and harmony, change and transformation. This time of balance is also a time of transition as the summer heat begins to wane and the days now grow ever shorter and colder. So why is life so difficult right now? Transitioning times can be challenging, even chaotic, and this makes us feel unrested and often nervous. This is our summer fire energy, literally being put out by the autumn earth energy. Know that this time will pass. It's a process of letting go of what we no longer need, as the embers burn out and we move ever closer to the winter, when a time of stillness and quiet and order will return. So try to enjoy the restlessness of the now if you can, and embrace the change within you. It may help to make efforts to ground your energy with body work of some kind. Tai Chi, yoga, Pilates are all good places to start. So where is my power in all this? The autumn equinox is a gateway inviting us to let go of the light half of the year and enter the dark half of the year. It's here where our introverted qualities lie and rise to the surface. This is the beginning of a time of understanding, of inner wisdom. Wisdom that we find through our own experience. Wisdom found by looking both back and forward from this pivotal point. A time to give thanks to what has been and welcome our power within. Let us celebrate this new beginning by seeing these two halves of the year as one. They coexist together in polarity in order to be balanced and whole. We too need both sides within ourselves to feel complete and as one. I've discovered that the more I'm able to embrace the darkness, the more the light shines into my world. Without autumn, there would be no spring, and without winter, there would be no summer. And so the cycle of life continues in its ebb and flow, giving life, restoring life, flowering, fruiting, ripening, aging, decaying, returning back to the earth, back into the darkness to rest and recuperate and rise again in the spring. So, it makes sense, doesn't it, that the more we explore these seasons within our human nature, the more balanced we can become? So, how do I echo nature's flow and prepare? Let's first look to our merits. Look at what we have achieved through the spring and summer seasons, in the lighter half of the year when our extroverted qualities surface with the outward energies of nature. Celebrate those achievements now. Give thanks to friends and family for the support they have shown our wishes, our dreams, and our needs. Thank those people who have helped us throughout the year. Gratitude opens our hearts and allows love and abundance to flow freely into our lives. I like to practice gratitude every day before I go to sleep. My husband and I share at least 3 things we are grateful for in our day. Some days are easy, with many wonderful things to be grateful for. Some days are not so eventful, but we can be grateful for the everyday things too, like the sunshine, or our delicious meals, or simply the love that we have for each other. Let's now look to nature for some answers. Autumn is a busy time for nature. Go out, be still and listen. What do you hear? What do you see? The squirrel is busy collecting nuts and fruits of the summer, storing them for his journey within. Birdsong becomes more rapid, and there is an urgency in their call now. All of nature is drawing energy inwards to nourish the earth, to nurture, and to prepare for the winter that is coming. Now, I found that winter is more easily embraced when I make preparations and outline what I want to achieve on my inner journey. Now is the time for space clearing in our home and in our life. Time for disregarding or recycling things we no longer need. Making space for the winter when we spend more time indoors. A clean and uncluttered space throughout the winter months is paramount to our personal and spiritual growth. Cleaning all your windows to maximize the weakening light. Clear out any dust. Cleanse your space by burning sage as our ancestors have for many centuries. Ring a bell in the corners of rooms to clear any unwanted energies trapped there. Wash your curtains and dry them out in the morning sun if you can. If you have crystals, wash them in running water and leave them out under the full moon to recharge so that you can bring nature's energy back into your home to help you on your winter journey. Crystals have a very high vibration. They are living things that help us feel the sacred energy of nature. Trees and plants are drawing their sap downwards now and letting go. gracefully letting go of the growth that began in the spring, decorating the forest floor to reveal the bare bones once more. Naked and trusting the cycle, inviting that dark inner world. These moments of appreciation as nature gives back to the soil, we must ask ourselves what we can let go of in our life. How can we give back to help the healing of our beautiful planet, of the land we call home? It is our feminine qualities of love, nurture, compassion, intuition, and inspired vision that can bring about great changes. Prepare some activities for yourself now for over the winter months. Do you have any new interests or skills you are wanting to develop? Projects that you failed to start earlier in the year that would benefit from this new beginning as we retreat into our homes? How can you make best use of this time, of this stillness that is approaching us now? What can I do to welcome the change? I found that getting out into nature and working with my intuitive and creative skills helped me resonate and align myself with the natural flow of the seasons. On the day of the equinox or surrounding days, make time to venture out into nature. Be open to feeling these returning, descending energies. Welcome them within you. Perhaps sit under a favourite tree or visit a special place where you may be sensitive to the vibrations of this change in season. Breathe in the cool air and feel the roots of your very being reaching from your centre and down into the earth, as these are the strength of your foundation. Trusting, knowing that as you do, they go down, deeper down, to rest and recharge through the inner journey of winter, to return once more, rejuvenated in the spring. Collect a few of autumn's gifts on your equinox walk to take home with you. Acorns, conkers, seed heads, leaves, pine cones, perhaps a broken branch, nuts or fruits, anything you find that draws your attention and calls your heart. At home, find a place to make an altar. A small table perhaps, with a simple scarf covering and a bowl or a basket to arrange your findings. If you have leaves, you can keep them fresh by spraying them with a little water a few times a day. Feel the textures and colours as you create your shrine to the spirit of autumn. Be aware of the geometric patterns and interconnected lines. Appreciate all the information the seeds have within them to continue the cycle of life. Nurture your sense of gratitude for all that you have, for all that has been, and for all that is coming your way. These actions, these observations and reflections will help you open the gateway to your inner peace and light your fire within. A fire you can journey through the winter with. Sit quietly now. Light a candle. Open your heart. Have courage. And dive into your inner world.